So it's your second day of the hack. How's it going? Are you very tired? Have you slept?
Yeah, so I was actually kind of like a lightweight in terms of coding. I slept for like 5 hours or something like that, and left the building as well. A lot of people chose to stay and sleep in sleeping bags and stuff like that. So I'm not too tired. Like caffeine just kind of keeps you going, I guess.
That's good. Is the solution you're going for working? Does it shape well? Do you think you're going to get it done?
So like my team consists of like a bunch of second years with no web dev experience. We don't really know that much about like search or like data structures either. So we've been getting like a lot of advice from a bunch of people who have worked with SAS, the company who's doing our challenge. So they've recommended all sorts of things like Elasticsearch and Django. So we're just trying to like mash them together and kind of get them working. I don't know if we're going to get like a working solution. Hopefully we can cobble something together.
So why did you decide to go for a web solution? Why don't you want to write an app for a phone or a native app for a desktop? Why the web?
So someone recommended Elasticsearch because you can just give them your search query. It searches through all of the columns in our database and returns like really good results. That's web-based, so we just thought we'd integrate it with Django. The other reason is that nobody has any like UI development experience, so we thought we'd just make like a web app because it should be relatively easy. Hopefully.
Easy. I see. So what is the SAS challenge then? What is it all about?
So we're given a big database of about like 250,000 terrorist incidents. So it has like location data, who the target was, who the organization that caused the event was. Then we have to like find related results to our search and get contextual information from the web. So if somebody types in something about Al Qaeda, we have to find out more about Al Qaeda from the internet and try and relate that to the user's search.
So is this interesting? Do you like doing that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so like big data is really interesting for a start. Also, just trying to understand it and create. I don't know. Wait, can I think about that question for a second? What was the question again?
I was just asking if you find it interesting.
Oh yeah, okay. So trying to actually like understand like plain text, so like unstructured data is quite an interesting challenge, yeah. And just like searches on big databases or finding relations between data. It's all really interesting.
So how does it relate to the stuff you're doing at uni? Is it highly relevant? Is it very on a side? Is it similar, dissimilar?
So right now, like starting second year, we're mostly just getting into the ideas of like software development. We haven't really talked about big data structures or algorithms yet. So it's a little bit beyond second year, but it's also, there's so much help around that it's easy to achieve what you want to. So not particularly related to what we're doing, but you learn a lot here. So
yeah. So how does learning at Hackathon actually relate to learning at uni? Do you think either method is better? What advantages do you see? What disadvantages?
Right. So at uni, obviously the course is like designed to like you go through the course and you learn everything about a subject as you encounter it. With hackathons, you just you learn what you need to know when you need to know it. So you have a problem, you find some way to solve it, or you ask someone who knows more about it than you. So in that sense, it expands your knowledge really quickly. But also, uni just gives you a good coverage of all the material. Whereas hackathons, you pick and choose what you need to know.
I see. So how often would you like to come to a hackathon? If there was one happening every few weeks, would you do that? Is it too much of a strain?
So like a full weekend is a lot to commit, but I would do one like every couple of months if I could. It's a lot of fun.
So is the message do I get the message correctly that we need more hackathons?
Definitely need more hackathons. Need more people to come to them. Yeah.
So it's 140 not enough. How many would you like to see?
140 is a lot. I've talked to a number of teams. Haven't even talked to half the people here yet. So I'd say it's about the right amount.
So how about the US and like hackathons having 2,000 people? Do you think it's impossible to do in the UK? Do you think we could achieve that?
Maybe not impossible to do. You need like a big organisation to do it. One of the fun things about having 140 people is it's feasible to talk to every team at least and get an idea of what they're doing. With 2,000 people, you might lose the kind of sociable aspect of it. So
I see. So are people in your team mostly your friends from uni, or is it new people you met at the hack?
So we're almost all of us are in the same year. About 3 of us knew one another originally, and then we just kind of like recruited other people who we were vaguely acquainted with. It's fun to be in a team with people who you haven't really talked to before, and you like always learn a lot working in a team with people you don't know.
I see. So how about things that actually drive you throughout the hackathon? What about your motives? What made you come and commit so much time?
Yeah. Getting a chance to work in a team for like programming or any problem solving challenge is a lot of fun. Also just like the kind of buzz you get when you like solve a problem and come up with a good solution it's just really fun, really exciting.
I see. Is the competitive aspect influencing you at all, or are you not too much of a competitive person?
So last year at GUHack I was slightly more competitive because it was my first time and there weren't so many people, so it was feasible for our team to kind of do well. This year I feel like it's a bit more sociable, so I'm going around and talking to all the other teams, like giving them like what little knowledge I have and like asking for theirs. So I feel like it's more sociable this year.
So more sharing.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thanks.